I'd rather not. Give me surname. What's your collar number? Are you recording?
Am I recording? Yes, I am recording on my camera.
Why didn't you tell me?
Okay.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I've only just started recording.
You put it on in the car, didn't you?
Okay, I've only just started recording.
Right, well, you need to tell.
We're going to detain you for the purpose of a search. Okay.
You never told me. You never told me why you were.
Cameras on me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to tell people.
Alright, I'm not comfortable you being on police premises whilst.
Couldn't care less whether you're comfortable or not.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
This is a tyrant here, people.
Okay. What's your
She's
name,
going to
sir?
search us. It's none of your business.
It is my business.
No, it's
You're
not.
on police premises.
Trust me, it's not
taking
none of your
photographs
business.
and videos.
Trust me, it's none of your business.
Watch out, buddy.
Really isn't any of your business. It's a public place. I can take pictures. Come on then, off you go.
Detained under
43.
Section 43. Yeah. Search under the terrorism act. So I'm PC Lynch, based at the police station.
From the very first moment, this interaction goes off the rails. The female officer wastes no time detaining Matt, relying on the utterly baseless claim that she's not comfortable with him filming outside a police station. That alone exposes just how poorly trained or poorly intentioned she is. Because discomfort is not grounds for detention under any law, let alone the highly specific Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. To make matters worse, when her colleague tries to jump in and name the legislation being used, he stumbles, unable to even finish his sentence until Matt, who clearly knows the script by now, says Section 43 himself. It's a telling moment. The people detaining him don't even fully understand the powers they're abusing. Section 43 requires reasonable suspicion of terrorism, not a vague feeling, not a camera, and certainly not someone standing quietly in public.
Can I get a copy of that?
Put your arm down. No, don't
I'll put that there. Excuse me, okay. I'm entitled to film, okay?
You're not. I'm asking you
if I want to film your personal cars, I can. There's no law against it.
I'm asking you to leave.
And I wouldn't have done. Don't touch me, I'm on public. Get lost.
It doesn't matter that you're on public.
Say
okay, keep walking away.
No, I can be here if I want to be. All right, you're going to get yourself in deep trouble, lass. Okay. If you touch me, deep trouble because I'm not doing anything wrong. You've searched me. You're satisfied.
We've told you
I'm
to
stood
stop
here.
filming our vehicles.
I'm allowed to. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that.
So please leave.
You're not allowed to do that.
Why,
No, I won't.
Why are you here then?
Because I feel like it. Catching tyrants like you and him. I will stand here and I will get every single personal car now, whereas I wouldn't have before.
Would you? Okay.
Excuse me. Right, this is the start. Deep trouble. Deep trouble. Deep. Say goodbye to your job.
If you thought Matt's detention was bad, watch how Mr. Auditor was dealt with. He also won his lawsuit and showcases how much compensation he received.
These guys won't open the door now because they just assaulted me outside the police station and took my phone off me. Because I was filming the cars. Well, love, this is what it gets you. Make a note of every single one of them. And that's that stupid cow that works there. But not for much longer. Well done, Ben. You were absolutely right. That was pretty much one of the most shocking ones I've ever come across. Actually assaulted on the public land and had my phone stolen off me. And they've just got themselves in a whole heap of trouble. And yes, I will be pursuing this one, make no mistake about it. A lot of the ones where I get a bit of aggro off them, I tend not to do anything. It takes something special, and this is a special one.
Mr. Auditor was leaving the car park as requested, calmly, without issue, and escorted by an officer. It was over. But then another officer storms in with zero situational awareness and instantly throws accusations of trespassing, demanding personal details as if he's entitled to them. Why? Because the ego kicked in before the facts were even considered. Let's be clear, walking into a police car park where the gate is open and no signs are clearly visible isn't criminal. At most, it's a simple civil trespass. And Mr. Auditor, left when asked, there was no aggression, no refusal, no threat. So when the second officer swoops in, barking for name and date of birth, it's not about the law, it's about control. And when Mr. Auditor calmly declines, the officer doesn't de-escalate or reassess. He doubles down.
What is?
This is here, come on.
Oh, I didn't know. The gate was open.
Well, follow me then.
Well, I've recorded what I needed anyway, so no problem.
Come on then.
I am doing.
Alright.
You're very impatient.
This is private property and you're recording. These are private vehicles.
They are private vehicles, and I am coming. I walked slower than you.
Faster than that a minute ago.
I know, but my legs are aching now.
Come on.
My legs are aching, just give me a minute. Have a bit of compassion for people who's got bad legs.
Come on. You're so right down now. Come on.
You sound like you're talking to a dog, you know. Come on, come on.
It's trespassing. Can I ask you what you're doing, sir?
You can ask me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there. What are you doing? Yes, please. Can I ask you what your name is?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, you're currently trespassing on police property. Can I ask you what your name is?
You can ask me, yeah, I'm not telling
Okay, so
you.
what's your name?
I'm not telling you.
What's your name and your date of birth?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, why not?
Auditor does exactly what the law allows. He refuses to provide his details without a legal obligation and holds his ground calmly, drawing a clear line with the officers. Either arrest me or let me go. That's not obstruction. That's knowing your rights. But when the officers moved to detain him, they failed to cite any legal section, which is a fundamental breach of procedure. At that moment, there was no lawful justification presented, only vague references to being on police property. And when they finally do decide to arrest him, only then do they reach for Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, a common fallback when nothing else sticks. But even that feels like a stretch, especially considering Mr. Auditor had already complied by leaving the area when initially asked. The gate was open, signage was unclear, and the officers escalated unnecessarily instead of de-escalating what should have been a non-issue. Following a completely unjustified escalation by an officer who couldn't handle a calm and compliant member of the public choosing not to provide his name, Mr. Auditor walked away with a £6,000 settlement. That's not pocket change. It's a direct admission that the force, homicide police no less, knew they were in the wrong and decided to settle the claim in full rather than let it get dragged further into the legal spotlight. The irony is almost too perfect. The officer claimed Mr. Auditor was trespassing even though he was already leaving and then attempted to fish for personal details without any legal grounds, and now thanks to a Part 36 offer to settle. The very force that tried to intimidate him had to pay up thousands funded yet again by the public purse. This entire double episode lays bare the uncomfortable truth about a strain of policing that prioritizes ego over law and force over fairness. In Matt's case, we saw a female officer move straight to detainment under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, not because of any criminal behavior, but simply because she claimed to feel uncomfortable with him filming outside a police station. That isn't a legal ground. It's an emotion. And worse still, once the search was complete and no threat was found, she didn't back off. She pushed him, manhandled his camera, and made it abundantly clear this was personal.
Okay, can you explain to me why you're trespassing on police property?
Well, the gate was open, I didn't see any signs, and it looked like it was public.
So,
If it's not public, then I'll leave.
excuse me, what?
If it's not public, then I will leave.
It's
Okay.
not public, fella. There's plenty of signs on the gate that says police
The
property.
gate was open, I didn't see the sign. So, anyway, like I say, I mean, if it's not public, then I'll leave.
I'm asking you for your details.
I know you're
You're
asking
currently
me.
on the property that belongs to police.
I
It
know.
shouldn't be. There's
Yeah.
no access to public here. Can I
Well, the
ask
gate
you?
was open.
Okay, can I ask you why you're here?
You can ask, yeah. My clients told me not to say anything.
Okay, who's your client?
None of your business.
Okay, so I'm again going to ask you, why are you filming in police property and police personnel and also police vehicles whilst you're here?
And I've answered that already.
Okay, I'm asking you why.
And I've answered that. My client said I'm not to tell anybody.
Okay, just detain this male here for me one second.
No, you're not detaining me.
Yes, you are.
No,
You
That's
are.
exactly
You
what
are.
you
What are
are.
you detaining me
Until I can
for?
ascertain why you're on police
We need to
property
know what
and
your
what your
name is.
details are, you're still
Well,
exactly
you
where
need to
you
tell
are.
me why you're detaining me. Why are you detaining me? What section?
You're on police property,
What
fella.
section?
You
You
shouldn't be here.
You've got. I've
You're
got
still
to-
exactly where you are?
No, I won't.
Okay.
I won't.
What's your details?
I'm not telling you my
Okay.
details. You're either going to arrest me or you're going to let me go. It's not. That's it. That's the only
Okay,
options
in
you've
that
got.
case, you're under arrest under the...
That's not how policing should work. It's how power gets abused. Matt's calm resistance throughout is what made this encounter so powerful. He knew the law better than the officers detaining him. He knew that filming from a public space, even outside a police station, is not a crime. And he knew that being uncomfortable is not a lawful basis for a Section 43 stop. His ability to stay composed while being physically mistreated is commendable, and his decision to take legal action paid off. The payout he received, while he jokingly said millions, was likely a few thousand. But as we've said before, that money doesn't come from the officer's pockets. It comes from us, the public. Then we move to Mr. Auditor's encounter, an interaction that had no reason to escalate, but did simply because an officer's pride was bruised. After mistakenly walking into a police car park through an open gate with no clear signage, Mr. Auditor was told to leave, and he did. That should have been the end of it. But another officer arrived moments later and instantly shifted the tone, accusing him of trespassing and fishing for his name and date of birth. When Mr. Auditor asserted his right and refused to provide personal details, which he is entirely entitled to do, the officer ramped things up even further. The key moment came when Mr. Auditor made the legal boundary crystal clear. Either arrest me or let me go. This wasn't defiance for defiance's sake. It was the law being exercised. But instead of responding with calm clarity or correct procedure, the officer took the bait and arrested him. Not because he had committed an offense, but because the officer couldn't handle a situation where someone knew their rights and wouldn't bend. And though Section 43 of the Terrorism Act was eventually cited, it was done after the arrest, not when Mr. Auditor was being detained. That's not just sloppy, it's unlawful. The result, a £6,000 payout to Mr. Auditor handed out by homicide police via a Part 36 offer, a quiet legal mechanism often used to avoid trial. They knew they were on the losing side of the argument, and instead of risking further exposure in court, they paid out hoping it would all go away. But these moments don't just go away. They live on as a warning about how often certain officers lean on authority instead of law and how many times those mistakes get buried under taxpayer-funded settlements. Let's be clear, these weren't complex, high-stakes incidents. Matt was filming. Mr. Auditor walked into an open car park and left when told to. Yet, both were treated like threats. Both had their rights denied. And both were physically or legally mishandled by officers who either didn't understand the rules or didn't care. It's not a lack of tools or training that caused these failures. It's a lack of discipline, restraint, and accountability. And while payouts like these can feel like justice, they're also a symptom of a broken culture within some ranks of the force. In the end, both Matt and Mr. Auditor walked away with wins. Not just legally, but morally. They stood firm, held the line, and reminded us why it's so important to document and challenge authority when it crosses the line. But they shouldn't have had to. What should have happened was simple. The officers should have de-escalated, listened, and let the law, not their pride, guide their actions. Until that becomes the standard, episodes like this will keep surfacing, and the cost won't just be financial. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Matt and Mr. Auditor. Their channels are linked in the description. Show them some love. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audit, and I'll see you in the next.